All right. Good night and welcome everyone to Inspirational Connection TV, where we connect, share, and talk about all the things that inspires, motivates, encourage, and builds confidence. In this video tonight, what we're going to talk about is becoming an influencer. So if you want to know how to become a successful, effective influencer, stay tuned to share in the conversation. All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching ICTV Live. Hey, Elle, what's up? If you don't know who I am and we have never met before, I am Samantha of Inspired by Samantha Matthews brand, which is a lifestyle brand that promotes inspiration, motivation, confidence, and love. So if you've never dropped a comment before, please drop a comment, like this video, share this video, and if you would like to get more inspirational and motivational videos, do not forget to hit that subscribe button, and you will get notified when I upload another video. You can subscribe and you will not miss an upload. You also help support my channel as well. Okay, so right now we're just going to jump right into the affirmation. And the word of affirmation tonight, we do know that positive words are essential in your daily life, and using words of affirmation can help you to command your day, bring positivity into your life. So the word of affirmation, we're just going to go right into the jar, and we're going to go ahead and we are going to read the affirmation for today. Okay, and we'll tell you what the affirmation is in a second. All right, so okay, and the word of affirmation for today is I am gifted. I am gifted. So what you want to do is you want to look yourself in the mirror. And you want to speak it over yourself. You want to say, I am gifted, and you want to speak it with power, and you want to command it throughout your day. Now, the reason why I love these affirmation product is because it encourages and it builds self-confidence. And that is what you get when you use words of affirmation daily. You build your courage, you build your confidence, you encourage yourself. So this one says, I am gifted. So throughout your day, for the rest of the evening, till tomorrow, you want to keep telling yourself that I am gifted. That's right, Mickey, I am gifted. So whatever you decide to create, whatever you decide to do in your life, whatever it is, if you continue to tell yourself that you're gifted, you're only going to produce the words that you are using. Okay, so be sure to stick around to the end of this video for more inspirational products that are available to you. Now we're going to get straight into another segment of Samantha's View, straight from the heart. And as a topic suggests tonight, it's how to become an influencer and shine differently. Okay, so we're going to go right on into that tonight. And I know everyone wants to get, you like to see those thumbs up, right? You like seeing those thumbs up and those hearts going up on your whether it's Instagram, right? So whether it is Facebook, You want to be able to see those hearts. You want to get those likes. You want to get those thumbs up. Who doesn't, right? Who doesn't want to get that on their post or their, if it's an inspiration, I put up a lot of inspiration and inspirational quotes and pictures and things like that. And you want to get those thumbs ups and those hearts, right? So we're going to talk about that tonight. And I'm going to give you 7 tips on how to become a influencer, okay? And not only how to become one, but how to do it effectively, right? And to get those likes and to get those and get comments and messages as well. Okay, so we're going to go right on into it, and we're going to go jump right on into tip number 1. Now, tip number 1 is to establish your why, right? You want to establish your why. Why do you want to become an influencer? Why are you doing what it is that you are doing? Why are you doing it? You may want to be a beauty influencer. You may want to be inspirational, maybe a health, right? A fitness inspirator, right? You may want to do that. Why are you doing it? What's your reasoning for wanting to become an influencer? What is your influence? My influence is to be an inspiration. I want to inspire and motivate people to change their circumstances, change their current situation just by using words of affirmation, right? That is my thing. I need inspiration too. I need motivation too. And the reason why I started this channel was to be able to motivate people. And yes, it may sound different, like, Sam, you need motivation, but you're trying to do that to everyone else. Yes, that is what I want to do. I want to be able to motivate the next sister or the next brother to start that business, one, to continue that business, right? Not to give up, even if you don't have the 10 million supporters that you're looking for, right? But understand, why are you doing it? Don't worry about the effects. Why do you want to do it? You want to do it because you want to change the world. You want to be able to bring about, positivity into people's life. And that's the first thing you want to make sure that you do, is establish your why. Why am I doing this? What is the purpose of me starting or wanting to become an influencer, right? So you want to first establish your why. And tip number 2 is to get confirmation. Get confirmation. You want to get confirmation. And I put this one in there because a lot of times we start businesses and we start to do things and we venture out on our own. As little children growing up, you ask your mom and dad, Mommy, can I do this? Mom, I want to sing. Mom, I want to dance. Mom, I want to be a nurse. I want to be a doctor. I want to be all these things. And sometimes we go to them and say, what do you think? We ask for their opinion. Or do you think that I can do it? You're my mom, right? Or you're my dad. Do you believe that I can do it? And normally, most of the times, your parents can tell from a younger age what your gift is, or what your talent is, or what you'll be able to do. So it's good to get that confirmation. But as we get older, there is still someone that we should go to each time we want to step out and do something different and say, God, is this what you want me to do? Because a lot of times we go out and we do it on our own and we don't get that confirmation. We do not get that, yes, my child, I would love for you to do this, or this is something that I want you to do. Or sometimes he tells us, do this, before we even know that's what he wants us, before we even know that's what we want to do. So the second thing is, after you have established why you want to do something, go to God about it. Talk to him about it. Maybe it's, and even your spouse sometimes, married couples, listen, do not start a business or start anything without getting that confirmation with your spouse. When you start a business, it takes a lot to do, and you want to be able to make sure that you guys are on board, you guys are on the same page, and you guys can work together, because it'll be a lot of strain on the marriage if you're doing a business and your husband doesn't know about it, or your husband's doing a business and your wife doesn't know about it, and then he's telling you, baby, I can't do this and do this and do this and do this because I'm doing this. So you want to get that confirmation. You want to get confirmation from God. And if you are married, you want to get confirmation from your spouse, right? Even your children, you want to bring it to the table, because a family that prays together and do things together, they stay together. So you want to bring that to the table. Mommy's thinking about doing this. Babe, I want to do this. What do you think? And get some answers so that you can effectively be that influencer, right? Because you can't be trying to influence other people and then you're not influencing your home. That's the first step. You want to make sure that you're able to do that. Okay, so number one is establish your why, and number two is to get that confirmation. Now, tip number three is to do your research. So you know why you are becoming an influencer, right? What influence you're going to be doing, you know why. You've gotten the confirmation. God has said, go ahead, I'm going to be with you. Your husband, your family, your children, your parents, or whomever you would need the support from is on board and is willing to help you. Now you want to identify your audience. Who are you going to be talking to? Who are you trying to reach? Are you trying to reach children? Are you trying to reach middle adults, or are you trying to adolescents, or what is it? Who are you trying to reach? Are you trying to elderly people? Who are you trying to identify yourself with? Who do you want to influence? What type of influence are you doing? Is it makeup? Is it beauty? Is it fitness? Is it inspirational? Is it religious? What is the audience that you are trying to influence? You want to identify that. You need to know that, because a lot of people are doing influence, are being influencers, and everybody has their own niche. Okay, so you want to be able to identify what your audience is, so you know how to approach those audience. I can't say I'm going to try to influence young kids and then I'm talking big, using like big words and things that they don't even understand, or things that they're not even able to do yet. So you want to identify, are you talking to children, or are you talking to young adults, maybe even students in high school versus students in college? What is your audience? And that way you will be able to create content, right, that will benefit those audiences, right? You will create the content to go with your audience. So you want to make sure you know who your audience is, and you identify that starting out, so that you are able to effectively become that successful influencer, because then your audience is going to want what you're giving them, because you have already done that research and you've identified the audience that you are going to be sharing your content with. Okay, and then so after you've done your research and you know exactly what you're doing and you have identified I think that's tip number 4, is to identify those audience, right? You did your research, you identify your audience, and then you want to go ahead and you want to start marketing. You want to start marketing your brand. So marketing for me and visual design is a big thing for me. I love designing. I love branding. I love color schemes. I always try, when I do my videos, I try to keep everything similar, everything in the same order. I love pink. So if you notice, each time you watch one of my videos, it's always pink, black, and white. Pink is always my favorite color, and I absolutely love pink. And you want to make sure that you market yourself, and especially if you're doing it by yourself, especially if you do not have a design team that is doing your marketing materials for you. You want to take some time to research that. You want to take some time to research. You want to take some time to research that, to make sure that you are definitely using marketing tools that will help you to get that, to get the look, to get the audience to be able to say, okay, well, she's doing her thing. I can tell when I see a pink, black and white thing scroll across my screen, I know that's Samantha. I know that's Samantha's brand, because I know that Sam loves pink, black, and white, and she's always doing that. So you want to make sure that you are making sure that you're marketing your products and your visual content is up to par, and it looks good as well. You want your visual, like, your camera, your light, and you're on YouTube and you're doing a video and then people can't see you, or they cannot hear you clearly. You want to make sure that that stuff is up, right? Make sure you have good lighting, you have a good background. So when people are looking at you, they're seeing something that they can sit and watch. They're not going to say, well, that was terrible. I didn't hear her. I didn't see her. I didn't even know what she was saying. You want to make sure that that information is coming through clearly. So marketing, visual design is always like up there. Okay. You got to make sure that you have that on deck. Okay. And then the next tip that I'm going to share with you, I told you I had 6. The next tip is tip number 6, is 7 actually. Tip number 6 is be unique and find your voice. Now this one is something I'm gonna talk a little bit about, because as you know, everyone is doing some type of personal branding, some type of inspiration, some type of beauty something, some type of something, right? Everyone is doing it, and you want to be unique. You want to be different. You want to do something that stands out from everyone else. Not that you're trying to be better than anyone else, but you just want your thing to be different. You don't want to do anything like anyone else. It's good to do your research though, to understand what everyone else is doing, but you want to be unique in what you do. Every time I do one of my videos, I do an affirmation. I do a word of affirmation to begin with, and I do an inspiration at the end. I always do that. I started out that way, and that is my niche. I want to be able to inspire you. So the word tonight was, I am gifted. And that is what I do every time I do a video. It has to be an affirmation, and that's different and that's unique. That's not what everyone else do. I also try to do different things like visual effects. Like right now, I'm gonna probably throw in some confetti, and I'm gonna throw in some confetti, and this is what I try to do different things. I try to be different, right? You put in different things to be able to be unique and to be different, and also be yourself. You want to be fun, you want to be, laid back, and draw your audience in by the different things that you do. Okay, so that is tip number 6. You want to be unique, you want to find your voice. And finding my voice for me has been like, I'm not going to say hard or a struggle or anything, but I'm big on inspiration. And I am definitely like trying to get into that right space where I feel comfortable in like how I talk, the things I talk about, how I present it, right? I'm still working on that presentation, and I think I'm doing great so far, but I still feel like it's a lot of work to be done to be able to work on finding your voice so that you can stand out, you can shine differently. Okay, and that is my whole purpose, my whole goal is to be able to be that influencer, but be different, but to stand out from the rest, to look differently, right? We're still in a world where there's a lot of people doing it, but everyone has to have their unique style, and everyone does have their own unique style. Okay, so that's tip number 6, and that is to be unique and find your voice. And I'm just gonna sip a little of this right quick. A little thirsty. That's tip number 6. Now we're gonna move on to tip number 7. And tip number 7 is promote, and network. Okay, you want to become an influencer, you want to stand out, you need to promote, and you need to do networking. Let me tell you, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, whatever avenue, LinkedIn, Twitter. I don't have all of those social media accounts, and definitely I'm going to be, I may not get all of them. I may work with what I have, but promoting your stuff is like detrimental if that is what you know that you want to do. You have to be able to get out there and promote, post. And I'm not going to say post every day. But post effectively. Like, you may not post, and don't wait like for a whole week, but don't post unless something happens, which that has happened to me in the past, where my equipment just went haywire. However, you want to be able to post consistently, and you want to post effective material. So for instance, you put a post up today and you may not put one up until say Saturday, but that one that you posted today was so effective that it keeps moving. People are sharing it, people are talking about it still even after the fact. So you want to post effective posts. Have your comments, your contents, be something that is like, I'm big on inspiration, so it needs to be inspirational. It needs to be big on inspiration. I need whenever you read something that I write, you to be inspired. That's my number one thing. Be inspired, feel empowered, feel motivated, feel loved, feel like you can take on the world tomorrow. You can take on the world. You can do anything that you put your mind to do when you read something that I put up. And that is what you have to know. That's what you have to understand, that being in the position that you're in, if you want to influence, and I'm not doing it just because I want to say, okay, well, I want everybody to look at Sam. No, I really genuinely in my heart want to. I've always been a child that wanted to like create something. I love to create things and sell or give as gifts, right? Create things and give as gifts. And when people read it, they are inspired. They feel good. They are able to make it. Something could be going wrong in their lives, and they picked up one of my products and they read something out of it, and they were blessed. They were encouraged. They came out of that slump that they were in. That has always been my reason, my why, my purpose. That has always been it for me since day one. It doesn't matter what it is I create. It could be a hat, it could be a jar, it could be a frame, a picture frame. I did a really cool gift for someone just recently, and it was just a frame that I created, and I don't have a picture, but it'll be posted somewhere. And I did it the way I did it because I wanted when the person received that gift, they will feel so loved and feel so appreciative for that. And it doesn't take anything. It doesn't have to be like expensive or things like that, but just putting your time into it. And that's always been my thing. So you want to promote your stuff and you want to network. Lately on Facebook, I've been getting a lot of friend requests, right? And I think over the last maybe 3 weeks, I've had like, and this is not normal, okay, guys, because I normally screen everyone, so I don't know where they're coming from, but I get so many friend requests, and I've received maybe like 700 or something over the last like 3 weeks, and it's been great. But what I've been starting to doing is networking with these people. When they request me to be their friend, I send them a little message. I send them a thank you for the friend request. I send them an inspirational word as well. And I also say, is there anything that you are doing? What is your business? What are you doing so that I can post your content or put something out for you on my page so that other people can view? Maybe I am not interested or I'm not able to do what it is that you have, but I can share it on my page so that maybe there's someone on my page that will like what you're doing and be able to support you. So you have to be able to do that. You want to be able to network with other people as well. Don't think that this thing is all about one person. It's not. There's so much to go around for everyone. So I want to encourage you guys tonight to be able to make sure that we are doing those things. So I'm going to go back over my 6th step with you guys, and I will quickly just review them. And tip number 1 was to first, you want to establish your why. Why are you doing it? What is the purpose of you starting a YouTube channel or becoming an influencer? Why do you want to become an influencer? Why, right? Then you want to make sure that you get confirmation. Confirmation is really big because you have family to think about. You have a lot of things that is going to take into place, the time factor that you're going to be doing the thing that you're doing. You have all of those things to take into consideration. So you want to make sure that you get your confirmation into becoming that influencer. Tip number 3, do your research. Know what you're going to do. Know what you're doing. Is there people in the world that need inspiration, Sam? I don't know. Research it. Find out, right? Make sure you know if there's people that need to hear what you have to say. And one thing I've learned over the past 2 is that there is something from me that somebody wants to hear. Okay, it may not be for everybody, okay, but there is something that I have to say that somebody needs to hear it. So you do your research and to know what it is that you want to do, and make sure that you know how you're going to go about doing that. Then you want to make sure that you identify your audience, who you're going to be talking to, okay? Who it is that you're going to talk to. Identify your audience. That's tip number 4. And then tip number 5 is to make sure that you market your stuff. Your marketing tools is all set up, and you have your visual designs is all put together, which is my number one thing. I go to that all the time. It got to look good. You got to be looking at it and it's good, right? Colors, everything like that. Get that on point. Make sure people can see you. Make sure people can hear you when you're doing your lives or you're putting your posts or your content. Hi, Imena, how are you, baby? You want to make sure that you are putting your things up so that it's visible and it's clean and it looks nice to everyone. Okay, that's 5. And 6 is to be unique and find your voice. Be unique, be different. Don't do everything like everybody else, right? Don't do everything like everybody else. Try your best to do something different, or throw something in there every now and then. If you're starting out, I understand you have to, do what you see other people do, but try to come up with something that is unique, that is different, that is completely authentic and just about Samantha. Do what you know how to do. Don't try to be like Tom, Mary, Boo, John, Peter, Paul, or anybody else. Okay, be Samantha, and find your voice. Get something that fits, that's you, that's natural, that flows, right? That will be, you don't try to be, like somebody else. Be yourself, and definitely you will do what you decide to do. And lastly, number 7 is to promote and network. Promote and network. And promoting a network is the big thing, because if you don't promote your stuff, if you don't do network with other people, nobody's not going to see you. You're not talking to anybody, you're not promoting your stuff, you're not doing a network. So those are my 7 tips of how to become an influencer and to shine differently as well. All right. Now, as promised, I always do this. I always leave you with a inspiration. I always leave with inspiration, a daily inspiration that you are able to use, meditate on throughout your day. So we all need it. Do not say you do not need it. We all need daily inspiration to motivate us, to build our confidence. And at IBSM, Inspired by Samantha Matthews, we are dedicated to providing this for you guys in our products, okay? So an additional product to the affirmation, which we talked about it tonight, and it was I am gifted. Additional product is the inspirational jar. Now this product is filled with inspirational quotes, scriptures. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave one with you tonight, and then you can meditate on that for tomorrow. So I'm just gonna go in the jar, and this jar product are found on my website. You can get 1, you can get 2, you can get 3, or you can get a whole box of inspirational things. So we're going to go ahead, and I'm going to read the inspiration for tonight. And it says, be strong. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and of good courage. Do not be afraid, nor be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. Be strong. This is for you, Anna. Okay? Be strong and do not be dismayed, and do not be afraid, honey. Okay? For the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. Wherever you go, whatever you decide to do, he is with you. Okay? And I will leave that inspiration with you tonight. And I definitely know that these products are listed. Where's the other one? I put it down somewhere. These products are listed on my site, and the link is scrolling across the screen on YouTube, and on IG it will be posted in the link as well. You can get these jars on my website, and they're the inspirational jar and the affirmation jar, as well as there is another jar that's called the blessings jar, where you drop your blessings in as well, to be able to read at the end of the month or 30 days or however long, to, you know, basically just remind yourself of how blessed you are. So the description will be listed in the link below. And I just want to thank you all for watching. Again, thank you all for coming on and watching, and do not forget to leave inspiration in the comment section below, or a list of topics that you would like for me to talk about. And if you found value in what I said, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you will not miss an upload. And if you would like to get more inspirational videos, check out those videos that are listed on my right now on the screen. And remember, if you can't do great things, great way. And thank you for stopping by tonight, and see you guys next week on Tuesday. Bye.